Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, I'll be giving you my initial impressions with this Microsoft Surface Pro 4 tablet or a hybrid computer. And I've been using this device for 3 days now. So, this is sort of initial impressions, not my full review. In fact, my full review will take some time because I have to return this Surface because it has an issue. I have to get it exchanged. I'll talk about that later on. And first, let me talk about the battery life that I was getting on this Surface Pro 4. Microsoft claims about 9 hours of battery life, but I never got anywhere close to that figure. In my regular usage, I would say I could get a battery life between 4.5 hours to about 5.5 hours. But if you mostly just watch video and stuff, you might get slightly higher battery life, because I noticed that when I was watching Netflix, the battery after even an hour of continuous watching, the battery drained very little. So with normal usage, it drains quickly, but with the watching videos and stuff, it drains a little bit less. That's what I have noticed. Next thing I have noticed is that the one that I have runs on the Intel Core i5 processor, and I thought as it's having a Intel Core i5, which is a powerful processor, it might exhibit a lot of heating. And we also have the vents over here, and it also has a fan, but in my regular usage, I would say 95% of the time the fan simply does not kick in. So it runs cool. I would say it gets slightly just warm like other tablets, but it never felt actually too hot. So that's a good thing. And the fans might kick up, but that I've noticed just about 5% of the time. Next thing that I have noticed is that the one issue that I'm having with this Surface Pro 4, and in fact, I did contact Microsoft, and they said that this might be an issue with my unit, a hardware issue, and they have told me to actually get this replaced. The thing that I have noticed is that at very low brightness, I actually use my tablets before going to sleep, and so all the lights are off. So I have to keep it at the lowest brightness setting because otherwise it hurts my eyes. And when I did that with this Surface Pro, the screen was actually flickering quite a bit. So that is one thing that I have noticed. But I contacted Microsoft, and they said that it might be a hardware issue on this unit. So they asked me to replace it. So I'm going to replace it in a day or so. Next thing is regarding the responsiveness of the tablet. It runs the Windows 10 Pro, which is a full desktop OS, and as the model that I have has just 4 gigabytes of RAM, I was actually pretty much worried how would be the performance. Will it be sluggish? But the good thing is that it's not sluggish. Again, I'm not using it for very heavy usage like video editing and stuff. I'm doing normal stuff like a lot of web browsing with multiple browsers, taking down notes in OneNote. For example, as you can see, I've taken down the note for this video, and I'm using the pen a lot. So I'm doing it for that, for browsing stuff, researching and stuff like that. But I didn't use it for video editing and gaming. And these aspects like doing research work, doing a lot of browsing, watching videos and stuff, it ran fine. And even the multitasking is actually very quick. As you can see, it can easily quickly move between the apps very quickly, and I just launched Chrome and it launched it also very quickly. So it's a very responsive tablet. And with if you're not doing very heavy tasks, I would say like video editing and gaming or running virtual machines, then you can it'll work fine with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Another thing that makes this tablet very interesting is this kickstand, and due to this, I would say it was very easy to use. Even on my lap, I would say it worked very fine, and you can just go in this orientation and take down notes. And as the weight does not fall completely on your laps, it gets distributed even for extended hours of usage. I would say it was a very comfortable experience thanks to this flexible kickstand. And also it's easy to take down notes using this kickstand, which I was doing a lot. Now, moving to the screen quality, I have to say I was really impressed with the screen quality of this Surface Pro. It has to be one of the best quality screens that I have seen, and it's very crisp. Again, one of the highest PPI that we can see on laptops and tablets, I would say. So very sharp screen and a very good quality screen. Next thing is that we also have this optional accessory that is known as type cover. You can just attach it to your Surface like this. It attaches actually magnetically, and you can use it like a laptop. And it works actually very good. I actually didn't use this type cover a lot, but for testing I just used it for about 2 odd hours, and definitely the keyboard is actually very good, and I could easily type very fast with this one. And also the trackpad is surprisingly very good. So if you type a lot, I would say then this is a sort of a must-have accessory, and it works actually very well. But again, personally, I didn't use the keyboard a lot because I was just using the pen to directly write the notes and stuff using the OneNote. We get this pen bundled. So again, you can use the type cover, and surprisingly, it worked actually very well. Next thing is that we also had that Windows Hello feature. You don't have to actually, when your Windows start, put in the login password or PIN. You just have to look at it. We have actually a front-facing IR camera, and it works actually very well. I would say it worked almost all the time with the Windows Hello feature. So that works very well, I would say. Even when I was wearing my specs, and then also it worked well. So I would say this Windows Hello actually works very well on this Surface Pro 4, unlike the Lumia 950 XL, where I feel that Windows Hello feature was a little bit buggy. Next is another thing that I have noticed is that, and that's sort of a bummer for a hybrid like a tablet, is that I have noticed that there is quite a bit of battery drain if you put the tablet to standby mode. If you just press this, by default it goes to the standby mode, so that if you just press it, it resumes quickly. But I've noticed that there is quite a bit of battery drain if you put the machine in standby mode. So now I'm actually putting it in the hibernate mode, and I checked a lot of Microsoft forums, and Microsoft is aware of this issue, and they say that it will be fixed with the future update. So there is quite a bit of high battery drain if you put it in the standby mode, which is sort of annoying because I generally use a lot of other tablets, even iPad I use my, Samsung Galaxy Tab S, and I always keep it in the standby mode, and even after a day or so, I just have about 2-3% drain on those tablets. But here, the drain can be as high as about 25%. So you have to be aware of that. So these were some of the observations that I have noticed with the tablet. Overall, I find it very interesting. I would say, again, it's sort of a hybrid device. I would say if you actually like to use full-blown apps, that is Windows apps on your device, but you would like to have a tablet sort of a form factor, then this is the one for you. Also, I personally have gone with this because of this feature of writing notes. I actually I plan to use this one to just jot down my notes and for my research work, and in that aspect actually it is working very well. So to summarize, I would say I've made a note, I'll just talk about it. I feel the Surface Pro 4 is a Windows convertible tablet first, but that can also act as a laptop if you pair it with this type cover. So these were my initial impressions with the Surface Pro 4. Again, guys, if you have any specific question around the Surface Pro 4, do post them in the YouTube comment section, and I'll try to include that in my next video. Again, thanks for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.